What's up, people? Welcome to the channel. My name is Freeman Sources, and you know what we do? We push you to the brim of your fitness level. Today, I'm with the Ghana National Fire Service whole division. I don't know what I got that correct, but that's how I want to mention it anyway. But today, we're diving much into safety precaution measures that you should take at home to prevent like basic accidents or unforeseen contingencies from occurring. And to help me do that is my big brother, ADO2 Boy, boss man.
Yeah.
What's up?
Fine.
You're looking
fine.
smart.
Thank you very
Sweet.
much.
I wish I could also look sharp like you.
This is a half Jacob.
Okay, this is just half Jacob.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. But you know, people sent me here. I didn't bring myself here anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, my viewers sent me here to check on the accurate information they should get when it comes to protecting their homes against fire or basic accidents in their house. That's why I'm here. I hope there's no problem with that.
No.
Okay, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also drop a comment after watching this video and what you would love to see next on the channel. Until next, let's go! We are ready.
So good morning, cherished viewers, and it's a great pleasure to inform the general public on fire safety.
Right.
Yes, we are responsible to protect lives and properties against unforeseen circumstances, especially caused by fires and other accidents that occur at our homes and even on the streets.
Right.
Yes. So basically, we want to go down into our homes and then take note of some of the safety tips that we need to always apply.
Right.
One thing that we would say is that there is an alphabet of ABCD to safety, but you cannot memorize all. But the first A, B, and C is A that we should always. The B is B, and C is careful. When you have that key, be careful. So
note that.
Always be careful. When you are always careful, that is the first approach to fight fire. And we would say that in our homes, what mostly occurs is the cooking. When we cook, because we don't pay attention, sometimes we are ignorant about some of the things we do in the kitchen.
Exactly.
That is what causes fire. So before you realize, say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so first is that we should not on or turn off the stove before striking the matches. Yes.
Oh, that's like, I must confess, I always do that. I always do that.
Wow.
Yo.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't turn off the stove before striking the match. You must strike the match first before you turn off the stove. So the little amount of gas that would emit from the stove would catch the heat that you generated. That is the fire from the matches.
Wow.
Yes. That is the first thing you must do. So when you do that, then you start to do your cooking.
Okay.
When you are almost done cooking, about some 30 seconds to get done, then what you must do is to go to where your cylinder is and then turn off the cylinder. Then the remaining gas that is flowing through the hose would turn off itself.
You mean the knob? There's this knob.
Yes. On the regulator,
Yeah,
the regulator.
The regulator.
Turn that one off first, not your stove. Don't go and turn.
You are guilty.
Stove.
You watching us right now, I see you are very guilty of this, because myself, I'm in this.
Yes.
Wow.
Because when you turn off the stove before you go and turn the regulator, there's a remaining gas in the tube.
Exactly.
And then when there's a leakage, it will be leaking, and in your kitchen you will start to smell gas in your kitchen. You don't know, and a little heat will cause fire.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So what happens? Not to cut your other stuff, but like I'm cooking.
Yes.
On a traditional level, when I'm done cooking, I just turn it off, like that, and that's it.
That's it.
But you are telling me now that the appropriate way to do this is to turn off the knob.
Yes, of the regulator.
Of the regulator.
Yes.
Before you even come to turn off.
Yes.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
So when you turn it off, the remaining gas, you stop the flow at the cylinder. So the remaining one in the hose, the tube would turn off, would finish, would get exhausted. Then the lights will go off. Then you turn the stove, the regulator on the stove to off, then you are safe.
Thank you for this.
Yes.
It's very basic, but very key.
Very key. Very key.
And most of us don't know this.
Yes.
You see why I always come when you send me? Right.
So another tip is that as you are cooking, there are some people, they have this kind of stove, they hang their napkins and other things. Yes. You must not hang them.
You must not hang your napkins.
Yes, and you must not even, if you have a curtain behind the stove, coil it up. Yes, so that it will not catch fire. It will not catch fire.
In most kitchens that I have visited, sorry my friends, I'm not selling you out, okay, but that's the fact. I've seen aprons, napkins, and like even rubbers, hanging on the glass of the burner.
Yes, that's wrong.
Because it can just spark fire.
Yes, even I want to question some of your viewers. Some of them have some napkins that are halfly bent. Ask them how come it got bent. They didn't know how come it got bent, but as they cook, carry the thing on the fire, it catch flames, and then it will just burn a little, and then you think that it's not, but it's very serious.
And we see it to be normal.
Yes.
Wow.
Another is also that some use electrical stoves.
Okay. Yeah.
For electrical stove, you turn off the plate, the hot plate. You turn it off before you go and turn the socket off. You switch the socket off and take the plug out.
So you turn the plate off. Then
the plug.
The plug.
Yes, you turn the socket off and you take the plug out. Now we keep it inside.
These things, like, we are not okay. Maybe I am not privy to this information up until now, because some of the chalets I go to or the hotels I go to that you can cook yourself when I travel, I just turn it off and that's it. And I'm done, because I just want to eat. No be so. Yeah, but like, you need to turn the plate off. You need to go to the socket, turn it off before you unplug it. Like, please take notes. And
we also give this safety tip that our stoves, the stove and the cylinder, they must not be at one place.
Oh, okay.
So what you must do is to let your cylinder be outside, be at an open area, not in your kitchen. Yes, it should be outside the kitchen at least. That's one of the best. So you need to get a long hose.
But if it's outside and it rains or something, isn't that?
Oh no, you should protect it.
Okay, like
when it rains, even it won't damage it. When you go to the gas filling stations, the cylinders that contain the gas, they need the water to cool it
down.
Yes. So it should be at an open area in your house, connected to your kitchen. So if it's at your backyard, and that is safe. Otherwise, heat generated in the kitchen can help the cylinder
to explode. Do you know what I'm doing right now?
No.
I'm sending my mind back to my house in Adenta.
Yes.
Like, where did I position this? Yeah, like on a real.
Safety is a responsibility for all of us.
Wow.
Yes.
What of people who like leave things on fire and like they drop they
want to lower the
temperature fire and go somewhere?
It's not safe.
But the fire is low, so
yes,
it's not anything.
What causes fire is when you don't pay attention to what you are doing with it.
Okay.
Yes. When you don't pay attention to it, then you will see that it's as a result of carelessness. You don't know what will happen next when you go out. So this often, we do the cooking most at home, and these are what mostly cause the fires. We would also look at the electrical aspect too.
Okay.
When you go to our homes, we don't pay attention to the electrical aspects of our homes.
Hmm.
People employ the services of amateur electricians, some
FOB in one corner.
yes. Meanwhile, you need the service of a professional electrician to work on your wiring. When you have any electrical faults, employ the services of a professional electrician to serve you.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would get your house bent.
Sometimes I go to some areas, and if you see the wiring in the ghettos alone,
It's not
you know this one is man-made.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's serious. Yeah.
And what we must do is that we turn all electrical appliances off when you are not using them.
Okay.
Turn them off. Take it from the socket.
Well, let me just ask this question before you wrap up. The freezer or the deep freezer,
yes,
when you turn it off, it gets defrozen.
Good.
And your fish and stuff gets spoiled. So how about that?
So for fridges, what we do for fridges is that you always monitor your fridge. Always you regularly check the wiring of your fridge.
Okay.
Pay attention to it more often. When you always check the wiring of your fridge, that is where when you identify any fault, you quickly work on it, so that in your absence it will still be operating.
Right.
We know how our fridges are, yes. But for your TV, sound system, and your lights, your fan, there are some people, they would put the fan on while they go and escort someone, and later they come. When you overuse electrical appliances, the heat produced become more.
Okay.
And it can cause the fire. Yes.
Thank you for this.
We also have heating appliances in our homes.
The kettles.
The kettle, and yes. You know, we have some kettles that immediately it reaches the temperature of boiling, it turns off. That's a good kettle. But if you don't have that, and you are having the other sideway kettles, yes, and the water heater, you must pay attention to it. If you don't pay attention to it, the heat generated will be more than the power that it must provide.
Okay.
And then
explosion time.
Yes.
That's what they call you, like.
Yes. And then you see burning. And when you get your socket cracked or your iron plug blown out, melting, and immediately change it, don't be managing. Don't manage.
Ghana, we are all managers in this country.
Don't manage them. Don't manage them. Yes. Pay attention to them. Some people also use electrical wires, cords, under carpets.
Yes.
It's not the best.
We do that in the high schools and our hostels a lot.
Yes. It's not the best. We don't use wires under carpet and all those things. You don't know. Now you know. Because when the fire occurs, we ask you what happened. You tell us, I didn't know. Now you know, so you must work at it.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Officer Koi.
Yes, sir.
Any final reservations before I take leave?
In our homes, we advise that you have spent money to buy all these things and you have created the properties. Would you allow fire to just swallow all your properties away? No. Always be careful. And one thing that we need to add is that fire extinguishers are more important. Every home must have a fire extinguisher. Every home must have a fire extinguisher, and install smoke detectors in your homes.
I wish I would come back so that we have a proper education on the fire extinguisher, how it's being used, because most people have it in their offices even, but they don't know how to use it, because I've witnessed one before.
Yes. You are always welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Officer,
that is it.
let me just for you.
Easy.
Guys, I hope this has been interactive and very educative for you. If not for you, it's been for me, because I really learned a lot. Things I thought were normal, no, it's not normal at all. We need to really pay attention. And he did mention of the ABCD. Always be
careful.
Careful. Yeah, ABC, always be careful.
Yes.
Take note of that and work with it. Don't forget to drop a comment on what you want to see next on the channel. And if you have any questions, please drop it in there. I'll make sure he comes around to answer any
Maybe another
questions
one.
that you may come up with. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go!